Hello friends, welcome back. So one of the things that has been happening in my normal everyday life and people have noticed is that I've lost a lot of weight in the last 5 to 6 months. And the question is, how am I doing that one? And it's a combination of nutritional changes, exercise as I tolerate, and also the use of semaglutide in the form of ozempic and also wegovy. So one of the things that I must prompt is I'm not a doctor and I'm not your doctor. I'm just going to share some of my experiences, sort of give like an update on it. So one of my doctors decided that, we decided that we thought that would be a route to take because I'd started having type 2 diabetes over the last couple of years, trying to get my A1C under control. I deal with chronic pain and chronic fatigue. And the overall thought was the semaglutide, it lowers appetite, hunger, has some other hormonal changes and impacts in the body. But some of the big things as it does is it helps help get type 2 diabetes under control, fasting glucose, A1C, and also it promotes weight loss. And so with some of the mechanics that it does, that one is it decreases appetite and hunger. So caloric restriction. And so that's been one of the things that I've been doing. And again, exercising as I've tolerated, going on walks, using resistance bands a couple times a week. So one of the things that a few people have asked me is like, oh, if I just start this medication, will I lose weight? So the answer is no. It's not magic. You can't do the injection or orally and a person would just lose weight. Let me back up a little bit. So some of the things that has happened for me in this journey is I have lowered my A1C. My fasting glucose is better, and I have lost 50 pounds, depending on how I'm weighing, between like 50 and 54 pounds in a 5 to 6 month period. And with that, when people's like, oh, is your pain better? Is your fatigue better? No, my pain and fatigue are still there. I just weigh less. So again, it's not magic. The things that it has done is, we know people that say, oh, I forgot to eat, or I skipped meals, I just forgot. Through all of my life, I've never been that type of person. If I skipped a meal or didn't have a meal, it wasn't because I forgot. But with the semaglutide, if that is someone's normal levels, I can see how that happens. Because at times it reduces my appetite and hunger to the point of where I don't want food for extended period of time. So let me think. Some downfalls that I could see people having is on my diet and nutrition, I want to eat less of things. It's a lot of portion control on that one. The medication makes it easier. But with that one, I try to eat more nutritious meals, lean proteins, vegetables, fruits, etc. One of the things that I have seen and heard of people doing is they will overconsume the effects of the medication, of just having, for me, there's times I really don't want to eat, or foods that don't taste good anymore. So I could see people making less healthy choices of having your really sweet and palpable foods like ice cream and donuts, and going for pizzas and things like that. I'm not saying that you couldn't do those, but in moderation, And if the goals are to get your diabetes under control, to lose weight, it would be very possible to overeat and overconsume the effects of the medication. So with this one, just anytime there's like a rapid weight loss, there could be losses in muscle mass, lean muscle mass tissue. And some of the studies that I was looking at with ozempic, wegovy, the semaglutide, the muscle mass and muscle mass and fat-free tissues can be between 20 and 40% of the weight loss. So if possible, you want to make sure you have your protein consumption up to a reasonable level, and engaging in physical activity, doing your walks, doing resistance training 2 to 3 times a week to potentially minimize or reduce that loss. So by the numbers, I'm probably around on the lower end of 20%, just using a smart scale and doing calculations. So the other question would be, it's like, what percentages if someone does it nice and slow, gradual weight loss? So if you're doing a smaller cut and focusing on like a small calorie reduction, as well as incorporating your exercise, that can be as low as 10 or 15% in a lot of the studies. So could that be reflected in semaglutide, ozempic, wegovy? Possibly. It could be because of the drastic nature of the weight loss, or it could be something with the drug itself. That's something that I don't know. And at the time of when I was reading the literature on it, the literature couldn't make out. So that is a quick update for me. So if you have questions about more specifics, I can answer those. Just please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you much, and have a wonderful day.